Kelly Pavlik is on his way to the ring. And because of the influx of Youngstown fans, along, of course, with the enthusiasm that Pavlik generated in the sport with his tremendous performance against Edison Miranda in May, you have to expect that this will be a pro-Kelly Pavlik crowd during the fight tonight.
Atlantic City is finding out there is life after Arturo Gatti.
And it'll be interesting to see if, in fact, the overwhelming enthusiasm for Pavlik here tonight affects Taylor in any way, given that Jermain is so accustomed to fighting in Memphis, Tennessee, where many of his big fights have taken place before heavily pro-Jermain Taylor crowds. But of course, Taylor finds himself a champion who's swimming against the tide of public opinion now, and that is expected to be a big motivator for him in the fight.
Should point out here, Jim, that this is an even money fight until a day or so ago. The money has now come in on the champion. He's an 8-5 favorite.
Lennox, Kelly Pavlik almost always has a smile on his face.
He's just happy to be here. I mean, he can't wait for this fight. He actually ran into the ring to show you how excited he is about this fight.
Now here's the Youngstown crowd, and probably to a certain degree the New Jersey Atlantic City crowd, expressing their disapproval of Taylor. Bad intentions become a bad reception, and you can almost hear Emmanuel Stewart saying, Jermain, put it to work, baby.
And I can feel for what Emmanuel's saying right now. He means business, and he's telling Jermain that let's go do this.
According to the promoters, about half the crowd, or 5,000, is from Youngstown, a 6.5-hour drive from Atlantic City. About a quarter of the crowd is from Arkansas, and the other quarter is just us boxing degenerates.
Tale of the tape coming up in a moment for Jermain Taylor against Kelly Pavlik, as you look at the last 3 appearances, or 3 of the last 4 appearances, or 4 actually of the last recent appearances for Taylor in the ring. That was a list of 4 fights, counting the 2 wins over Hopkins, the draw with Winky Wright, hotly disputed draw. A lot of people thought Wright deserved the victory. And then Taylor's lopsided decision over Kasim Uma, which impressed few, and his lopsided decision over Corey Spinks, which impressed almost no one. They fought each other in the Olympic trials in the year 2000, when Jermain was 4 years older at age 21. Now he's 29, and Pavlik is 25. Kelly was only 17 when they met as amateurs. A 1-inch height advantage for Pavlik. Jermain Taylor has never, as a professional, been in the ring with someone who lists taller than himself. Arm length advantage of 1 inch measured from the armpit to the end of the fist for Pavlik. They both weighed in at or slightly under the 160-pound limit. Unofficially tonight, Taylor up to 166, Pavlik to 168. They both appeared to be in spectacular shape. Rules of the bout with our unofficial ringside scorer, Harold Letterman.
The Jermain Taylor Kelly Pavlik fight is scheduled for 12 rounds using the unified rules. There is no 3 knockdown rule. Only the referee can stop the fight. In case the cut is caused by an accidental headbutt, we go to the scorecards after 4 rounds have been completed, and you cannot be saved by the bell in any round, including the 12th and final round.
There's a lot of excitement in the house, Harold. Thank you. Let's go to Michael Buffer for the official introductions.
Ladies and gentlemen, yes, we are starting now by way of Caesars Atlantic City. DeBella Entertainment, in association with Top Rank Incorporated, are proud to present the main event of the evening. 12 rounds of boxing for the universally recognized middleweight championship of the world. Sponsored by FreeTheFan.com, the best place to talk about sports, sanctioned by the New Jersey State Athletic Control Board Boxing Commissioner Larry Hazard Sr., Chairman Tony Orlando, the World Boxing Council President Jose Suleiman, and the World Boxing Organization President Francisco Paco Barcarcel. At ringside, the 3 judges scoring this bout on the 10-point system from Italy: Guido Cavalieri. From the United States, Julie Letterman. From the United States, John Stewart. And inside the ring, your referee in charge of the action at the bell, Steve Smoger. And now, undefeated challenger versus undefeated champion. Somebody's has gotta go. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to rumble! Fighting out of the blue corner, wearing gray with red, official weight 159 1/2 pounds. A perfect professional record consisting of 31 bouts, 31 victories, including 28 knockouts. From Youngstown, Ohio, the undefeated #1 ranked middleweight contender in the world, Kelly the Ghost Pavlik. And fighting out of the red corner, wearing white with razorback red trim, official weight 159 pounds. Professional record 28 bouts without a loss, 27 victories, including 70 knockouts with 1 bout even. He's the fighting pride of Little Rock, Arkansas, the universally recognized, undefeated, reigning, defending middleweight champion of the world, Jermain Bad Intentions Taylor.
No. All right, gentlemen, you were given your instructions in your dressing rooms. Please obey my commands, respect the bell, and above all, protect yourself at all times. God bless you both. Touch gloves. Touch gloves. Thank you.
Does the champion want to keep his championship as much as the challenger wants to take it? Let's get it on.
Looks like to me like they got some disdain for each other. They mean business.
Jermain Taylor comes out with a big right hand over the top. Referee Steve Smoger, veteran from the Upper East Coast, is known as a puncher's referee. He will let the damage ensue. Kelly Pavlik says he's going to throw 80 to 100 punches per round. And Jermain Taylor is landing early, getting off faster than Pavlik at the beginning. Good hard jab by Taylor, who said that he's going to reinstitute his jab in this fight, saying that he realizes it hasn't been as good in recent fights as he needs it to be. Taylor sticking his jab in, Pavlik sticking his jab into Taylor's face now. Jermain missing with a right hand over the top that was designed to do damage.
See, Taylor right now, he needs to focus on stopping Pavlik's jab because he's getting through with his jab, and he has to realize there's a size difference, so he's going to have longer arms, so he's got to prepare for that.
Don't punch. Step. Hands up.
Nervous energy being expended here now.
Pavlik starting to get rolling after having gotten jumped a little bit in activity by Taylor at the start.
He said he wanted to be patient, Jim, but Taylor didn't give him a chance to be patient, although not many of Taylor's punches have actually landed flat.
Pavlik blocking some, but Taylor stuck a couple of left hands in. They trade in the center of the ring. They haven't really moved from the center of the
right
ring.
hand, another one by Pavlik.
Pavlik backing Taylor up with the 2 right hands.
Taylor needs to give Pavlik a lot more respect and keep his hands up, because this is where Pavlik is dangerous, especially in the first rounds. You know, you have to give this guy respect and concentrate a little more on defense and not get hit by these little shots.
Good left hook by Jermain Taylor. His faster hands apparent, but he hasn't been able to back Pavlik off. Good combination by Pavlik. And a long right hand over the top.
Yeah, Taylor's much too close to Pavlik right now and should be more on his toes. and not allow him to get across with these right hands. Definitely he needs to keep that that left hand up and not get hit by right hand.
But Lennox, he's not an on-your-toes fighter. He's a flat-footed fighter. He'll come forward or go backward. That's his game.
Your trainers are going to ask them to box. Both guys want to fight. That's what's happening. Crowd begins to chant, Pavlik, Pavlik, Pavlik.
So far, Taylor has stood up to those clean right hands well.
Well, if you notice, he's elected to move his head a bit more, which is much needed.
First round was so active and intense, it seemed short.
He won that round, okay? He got that round, but don't worry about it. You got him fighting at a faster pace than he's used to fighting at. And you get we'll try to rip him to the body some. A lot of the punches where you're punching at him, but he's pulling back, he's out of range because he's fresh. As he slows down, you'll find him with the shots, okay? But try to watch his right hand.
Listen to me. Control the pace, be patient. He's desperate already. He's desperate already. Just relax, stay behind the jab, right hand hook. It's a basic fucking fight with this kid.
Exactly. Jab, jab, right hand, and stay up. Stay not in the middle distance. Stay outside. That's your fight.
I'm trying to figure out what Emmanuel means when he says he's not used to this pace, when in fact Kelly Pavlik has fought at much harder paces, throwing many more punches than Taylor in the past.
Pavlik had a big round for CompuBox numbers, landing 43 of 89. Taylor 26 out of 72. Harold Letterman agrees with Emmanuel Stewart that Pavlik won the first round. They go back to trading in the center of the ring. Hard right hand by Taylor. Flush on Pavlik's face. Kelly keeps coming forward.
They broke themselves up.
Taylor needs to settle down a bit. Pavlik has shown great poise. You know, his trainer's right. Really, what he needs to do is fundamentals, and that's jab, jab, right hand. He's doing a good job at it right now.
Pavlik looks very comfortable midway through round two. Taylor showing a lot of wasted motion, doesn't yet seem to be quite as happy with the way things are going as is Kelly Pavlik. If you saw the countdown show that helped to set up this fight, it established the kind of intensity that is shown there as Taylor suddenly gets Pavlik in big trouble. Kelly Pavlik getting raked by hard right hand and left hand, and down Pavlik goes down.
That is it.
That was a tremendous barrage from Jermain Taylor. That was the best offensive show in Taylor's last 6 fights.
That was a right hand started that barrage. There's a minute and a half to go, a half a round still to go.
And it was followed by a series of rights and lefts. And Taylor has Pavlik in big trouble. And a chance to finish him right here.
I'm so surprised that Pavlik could come back from that. It's still early, that's why he can come back. But he's getting hit. And like I said, Jermain means real business. He's going for broke now. He wants to win this fight. He wants to take Pavlik out straight away.
And remember, Steve Smoger is not a quick stoppage referee. Steve Smoger is a fight referee who allows the fight to go.
Shows you the kind of determination Pavlik has. He's still hanging on.
Taylor not making clean contact anymore, and Pavlik is beginning to find his legs.
Pavlik is a tough cookie from Youngstown.
It would be shocking if he could finish what he went through, or survive what he went through. Another big uppercut from Taylor. And now Kelly Pavlik has his legs back under him for the moment and starts to hit Taylor back.
Taylor has punched himself out a little bit here, and he needs a blow.
Body shots from Taylor. Pavlik has managed to regain his stability. He's going to make it out of the second round, it appears. What an assault and what a survival.
You're all right. Give me a towel.
Let me take a look at him.
You're all right. Good.
Yeah? Is that okay? Let me see.
Good shot.
He's all right.
Yeah, it's not bad. It's okay. It's okay now. It's okay. It's all right.
How you doing, man? You back with us?
I'm good.
Okay, okay.
All right. He's gonna come after you. Just caught you. It's stupid shit. Stay on that double fucking jab.
And this is the punch that really hurt Pavlik. He had his hands down, and all of a sudden came an onslaught of punches by Jermain Taylor. And here we look at the knockdown. Combination of punches that caught him still early in the fight and put him down to his knees.
Last time Jermain Taylor hurt somebody like that, it was Daniel Edouard in the fight that set up his title shot against Bernard Hopkins. Taylor landed 52 out of 75 punches in the round. Pavlik 20 out of 47. Taylor landed 42 power shots. And if Kelly Pavlik needed to learn respect for Jermain Taylor's punching power, you would hope he has learned it now. And here comes Pavlik with straight right hands again. He backs Taylor into the corner. What a fight. They dried the blood from Pavlik's nose, and he's alive and well for the moment.
Jack Dempsey said that champions get up when they don't think they can. So do challengers.
Step, step, step.
See, one punch Jermain does very well is throw a right hand right over Pavlik's jab, so Pavlik can't be slow with that jab. He needs to get it out and back because Jermain is definitely looking for that overhand right.
This is a gutsy round for Pavlik so far. If he can win this round, it would make a big statement.
He shows that he still believes he's the offensive force in the fight. He goes forward intrepidly into the haymakers and the windmill of Taylor's fast hands.
Push him off, though. Push him off.
Hey!
Hard right hand inside for Taylor. Pavlik still sticking his left. Pavlik has tactically controlled this round, and now he lands a big combination and backs Taylor off. Tremendous combination. Pavlik trying to find a damaging right hand. Strafes Taylor with lefts and rights. How will Jermain get out of the corner? Takes a thudding right hand. Blocks another shot and another booming right. And now Taylor rips him with a left and a right.
Step out. Step out.
Pavlik never really caught Taylor with any flush shots though, but he did give him a lot of punches in there. Something to think about.
Gentlemen, we have a fight.
Taylor had a big rally, but Pavlik for the most part controlled the round. Immediately following Boxing Tonight, countdown to Pacquiao Barrera 2. Our documentary-style look at both superstars, heroes in their native countries. October 6th on HBO pay-per-view. Next Saturday night, the live fight. Manny Pacquiao against Marco Antonio Barrera in a rematch of their meeting 4 years ago, which Pacquiao won by spectacular knockout.
I think he's going to end up trying to get sloppy and run out of gas and doing them catching, okay?
Come on, Jermain. You got to stay off the road, baby. Stay off the road. Stay off the road.
Stop it. There ain't no saying the count. If he stops it, it's over with. You can't let him get too many punches off. If not, just tie him up. But don't let him get too many shots off.
And here's Pavlik catching Jermain with a body shot, which kind of slowed him down and surprised him for a moment. And after that, a rally of punches.
In the third round, Kelly Pavlik, after having been knocked down and almost out in the second, Pavlik threw 99 punches in round 3, landing 32. Taylor was 21 out of 41, so very accurate for Taylor. But Pavlik had the control of the round. And Harold, how do you have it through 3?
Look at you. In rounds, I've got it 2 rounds to 1. But the all-important points category, 28 to 28, all even, because Jermain Taylor gets an extra point in round 2 for the knockdown. Jim, I gotta tell you, Jermain Taylor doesn't stop straight right hands too well. They all seem to land for Kelly Pavlik. But like Larry Merchant said, this is one great fight. 2 rounds to 1, Kelly Pavlik.
Step.
The Pavlik camp has felt that if they can get into the late stages of the fight will be theirs, because Taylor has faded in some fights in the late stages.
Step out. Let him out, Jermain. Let him out. Hey, Jermain, get up. Okay, all right. You all right, bro? You all right? All right.
Once again, Taylor backs into a corner and Pavlik takes advantage. Once again, Jermain fights his way out. This time more quickly, listening to Emmanuel Stewart, who told him, you can't stay back there in the corner. You've got to get out immediately.
Taylor wanted a conventional fighter. Well, he's got one. But most of your best fighters are conventional fighters.
Pavlik was able to back up Miranda, but it looks like Taylor's stronger than Miranda. He can get out of these corners. And, you know, what Taylor should be doing should be taking 2 steps backwards and not even putting him back on the ropes. He should be taking a step to one of the sides and circle him.
But Taylor fights better going backward than Miranda did, so that's not a problem for Taylor, taking a step back and then a step back in.
Hands up.
Good 1-2 for Taylor. Neither fighter has been very liberal with body punching so far, but to the degree that either man has landed to the body, it's Kelly Pavlik with chopping right hand. And there's another good right hand right down the barrel by Pavlik. Misses with the left hook. Taylor comes back with a left and a right. Jermain Taylor was abused in the corners by Winky Wright in their controversial draw in Memphis. Tonight, when he gets into the corners, he's fighting his way out in a hurry. There's a huge left hook for Jermain Taylor in the center of the ring, and his faster hands are still apparent as we reach the end of round 4.
Oh, well, stay up your leg. Kelly, when you got him against the ropes, measure with the jab.
Yeah.
Don't go on pro.
Yes.
Measure,
Let's
stay,
still
and
double
come
it.
back to the
Let's
body.
still double it. Double it, right hand hook. Or double it, get to the body. Okay? You're doing fine, baby.
It's at least slowing down, you understand? Your conditioning is beautiful. And watching his right hand, that's all. You're not getting it for nothing else. Just while you see them doing that. Okay. Give me the towel. Towel.
Not many jabs in the fight. Through round 4, Taylor 14 out of 29, Pavlik 9 out of 35. Pavlik slowed down a little bit in round 4, throwing only 66 punches. But once again, Harold Letterman gave Pavlik the round. Generally speaking, he's been able to back Taylor up with his right hand more frequently than Taylor backs him up. Both fighters seem to be scratching to find a new answer now, as they've sort of leveled out with all of the violent assaults that went through the first 3 rounds. It's a little bit more of a boxing match now than was the case early on, Lennox.
Well, and that appears to be in Taylor's favor, isn't it, Lennox?
Yeah, he's doing a great job counter-punching, and that's what he's looking to do. He's letting Kelly Pavlik come at him, and he's looking to counter-punch either with the right hand or the left hook. So he's working off of what Pavlik is doing, and he's watching Pavlik's right hand, because he realized that's what Pavlik has that's really dangerous, that he needs to be concerned about.
Pavlik gets caught over the top by a right hand by Taylor, but keeps going forward and presses Taylor with his own 1-2. You heard the veteran.
I see Pavlik blocking most of Taylor's punches because they're wider punches, and he has his arms and his gloves up properly. That one got through.
Well, Taylor has that explosive power that can stun you with a punch, and that's what makes him a good fighter as well, because he's able to explode off a punch, hurt you, and then react off of that.
Emanuel Stewart has told Jermain Taylor, watch out for Kelly Pavlik's right hand. And Taylor was able to slip a couple of right hands in the corner there.
You know, we've never seen Taylor been hit by many clean, hard punches. He's taken the punches exceedingly well from a puncher in this fight.
Trickle of blood from Kelly Pavlik's nose. Pavlik sticking the jab, getting more effective in this round with the jab, and has been the case before. Taylor comes back, double jab of his own. Body shots by Pavlik as Taylor comes inside.
Step out, step out.
These rounds are going fast. The intensity of the action carrying us along. 5 rounds in the books already. And the bell sounds here in a matter of seconds. Hard right hand just after the bell by Taylor, and Pavlik reaches out and touches gloves.
Working the show now. You won that round. Give me some ice over here on the side over here. Okay? You won that round. Just put it in the back. He's fading. He's fading fast. Get working your golden left arm. Just get to working it, working it, working it, working it. And then when the shots come in, he won't see it. And that was good. After you let him shot all his punches, you finished up coming back, okay? He's good.
Mike Pavlik, Kelly's father, here from Youngstown. His mother simply will not come to any of his fights. In fact, she's never watched one of his fights all the way through. Says it makes her too nervous. Not something she can enjoy watching. Mike is a
stay on that double jab, though. When
big,
you touch
broad,
him with that right
solid,
hand,
Youngstown, Steel Town kind of a guy. Kelly favors his mother. Long, lean.
This must be a pretty good fight, Jim. I've already got 5 dots of blood on my shirt. And it's Pavlik's blood.
Pavlik begins the 6th round searching for a body shot. Harold Ledham agreed with Emanuel Stewart that Jermain Taylor won the last round. Pacquiao Barrera countdown coming along immediately following this telecast. Start to get ready for next week. Good left hook by Jermain Taylor, sneaked past Kelly Pavlik's right hand guard. Good body shots by Taylor there. Probably the 2 best body shots of the fight. Now another left hand lands flush. Pavlik nodding his head as if to say, okay, you're getting through. Now eat my right hand.
And you know, I haven't seen Pavlik go for the body yet. He's just been headhunting, and maybe he should mix up the punches a little.
There's a body shot with the right hand.
He needs to mix up the punches.
I think that right hand about 15 seconds ago got Taylor's attention.
No question. That's why he backed into the corner. Taylor comes back firing with the left again. You heard Emanuel Stewart say, keep working that golden left. They want to win the fight with the jab and the hook. Pavlik gets in a straight right again. Keeps coming.
Pavlik's nose is bleeding a little bit, and what that does, it can bother you a little bit because it bothers your breathing. You can't get enough oxygen. Now you have to open your mouth to breathe through your mouth, so you can see Pavlik's mouth open a little bit, trying to get more oxygen.
Pavlik seems to be winning the boxing contest right now.
He didn't in the last round, but this time he's more resolute and coming more straight forward. More jabs means better boxing.
Step, step, step.
Spoke to a member of Kelly Pavlik's entourage this afternoon who said the worst thing that could happen to us is if Kelly breaks his nose and has trouble breathing in the fight. Not, of course, that Kelly breaks his own nose, but that Jermain breaks it with a punch, which is probably what's happened here if it's broken. Certainly it's bleeding.
No. That's it, both of you. Out. That's it, good.
Good left hook by Taylor at the end of that combination.
So far, this is a relative calm after the storm of the first 3 rounds.
Big right hand upstairs by Taylor. Momentarily backs Pavlik off as Kelly was attempting another combination assault.
When Jermain Taylor hits the ropes, it's like something goes off inside his head and said, this is the time to fight.
You're exactly right, Lennox. That is what he's done throughout his career. When he is attacked, he goes to the ropes and then stands and fires back.
Breathe deep. Put your legs down.
Back it up, good body shots. You just got to keep working. Keep the pace going.
Breathe deep.
Keep the
With your
pace
mouth.
going.
Big ones. Come on.
Bend your knees a little bit inside, right? Bend your knees, stand a double jab, and it's easy.
Come on, big ones.
You're letting him take the lead too much, and right now he's winning the title because he's more consistent than you are. You have to start working your jab or whatever, and then try to quit just backing up. He's pushing you straight to the rope. Just get back and start working your jab. You understand? That gives him power.
And here you see Pavlik having Taylor against the ropes, but Taylor retaliating with a couple punches and ending off with a right hand.
Ready, Jack.
We are halfway through the scheduled 12-round fight. Average punches per round so far, Pavlik 29 out of 74, Taylor 29 out of 59. Harold Letterman, how do you have it on the scorecard?
4 rounds to 2, 57, 56, Kelly Pavlik. Jim, I tell you, I think that his aggressiveness is winning the fight. I mean, you know, moving forward, landing those good, straight, hard right hands. Jermain Taylor, beautiful job of boxing to win round 5. He gets an extra point in round 2 for the knockdown. The fight is very, very close in points. 4 rounds to 2, Kelly Pavlik.
I have it 3 rounds apiece, which means a 1-point lead for Taylor.
There's a good body shot by Taylor, or excuse me, by Pavlik with the right hand. Both fighters trying to employ the jab here in round 7. Middle portions of the fight, much more a boxing match than the first 3 rounds, which were a wild, all-out slugfest.
And contrary to expectations, we're seeing Pavlik winning the jabbing contest.
Longer. Steps forward. Body shot with the left hand by Pavlik. Good 1-2 upstairs by Taylor, immediately following. Another right hand by Pavlik.
Pavlik said he didn't think that Taylor liked to get hit. Nobody likes to get hit, but Taylor has taken those hits. Taylor said that he didn't think Kelly Pavlik was much.
And that right hand hurt Taylor. Taylor is done. Left hook. Drops Taylor's head up. Uppercut has Taylor in big trouble. Down goes the man. And Steve Kroger is going to stop the fight. That is correct. There's a brand new middleweight champion. He's from Youngstown, Ohio. What a knockout assault.
Muscle memory strikes again.
Unbelievable. I don't know where that shot came from, but it definitely hurt Jermain Taylor.
What a performance by young Pavlik.
What guts.
To get off the floor. The difference in this fight, one man got off the floor, the other man didn't.
You could see it coming about 10 seconds in advance. when the right hand drove Taylor into the ropes, and suddenly he was a sitting duck, and Pavlik instantly realized it, Lennox, that was the instinct of a finisher.
I was really surprised that and this is the punch that hurt him. Pavlik has been throwing that jab. Taylor hasn't been blocking it. But here's the right that hurt him, and he's hurt from that punch. He backs up in the corner. And here's another angle, the same punch. Taylor's eyes are closed. He didn't even see that punch coming. All he seen it was at the last moment when it connected. And here's the end, where the referee steps in. It was a left uppercut that hurt him. It buckled him a little bit. Then a right uppercut that put him on the chin. And the finish, referee steps in, realizes that Taylor's hurt, and stops the fight.
A perfect finishing assault by Kelly Pavlik. This is clinical damage inside, Lennox. Both hands.
And it looks like the uppercuts were really apparent. That's the one that really was the shocker and came from nowhere. Jermain didn't even see it, but he reacted from it. And whether or not he could have got up or not is the question, because the referee was right there on top of him, but he made no attempt to get up. Kelly Pavlik showing the true heart of a champion.
Well, Michael Buffer said at the beginning somebody's O had to go. It was Taylor's O who went.
By way of Caesars Atlantic City, tonight here in Atlantic City, we have witnessed one of the great middleweight championship bouts in boxing history. Referee Steve Smoger steps in, calls a halt at 2 minutes, 14 seconds, round number 7. The winner by TKO victory and new undefeated middleweight champion of the world, Kelly the Ghost Pavlik.
Very few picked him to beat Edison Miranda earlier this summer. He put Miranda away in 7. Jermain Taylor was an 8-5 favorite tonight. He put Taylor away in 7. Kelly Pavlik has put an imprint on the middleweight division that will not soon be forgotten, and Jermain Taylor has already left the ring.
Kelly Pavlik came off the floor and came back. When that happens, when you put a guy down and he comes back and you hit him with everything, and all of a sudden he comes back and he's still coming and throwing punches, that's got to do something mentally for you. And what it did for Jermain was, like, he had to say to himself, this guy's still coming, he's still here.
Final CompuBox numbers. Taylor and Pavlik landing an almost identical number of punches. Taylor landing at a higher accuracy rate. Pavlik showing the will, as he insisted he would, to throw more punches as the fight went on. Power shots. Jabs first. Taylor landing 77 of 207. Pavlik 80 out of 250. They were both dedicated to using the jab. Pavlik's jab was stiffer and longer and controlled more space. And most importantly, as the rounds went on, Pavlik's jab began to set up his power shots until he landed a barrage in the 7th round that closed the show, ultimately landing 100 out of 210 power shots against Taylor, who had a sensational statistical night, landing 65% of his power shots. And incidentally, Larry Merchant, if you're listening, the judges had it 58-55, 59-54, and 58-55, all for Jermain Taylor. So Pavlik was down 3, 3, and 4 points on the scorecards when he knocked Taylor out. Larry?
Thank you very much, Jim. Congratulations. Kelly, how close were you to being knocked out in the 2nd round?
I ain't gonna lie, Larry. He caught me with a good one. Obviously, it took the legs from me. You see the way I went down, obviously, and I got back up. It was still a little shaky, but being there with Jermain, I kick a punch like a mule. He's a big natural middleweight, so I did whatever I possibly can to survive the rest of that round.
Describe what you see.
I see him hit me with a lot of punches, but we sat there, we got through it. We, showed that we have a lot of heart, and he hit me when I got back up. He hit me a couple other hard shots that I got through. But first, I'd like to thank the Lord, God Himself, and bless me with everything, and my daughter back home. And the fans of Youngstown, baby.
Kelly, at that moment when you were down, give us your thoughts. Give us your thought process. I came all this way to be knocked out in 2 rounds. How do I get out of this?
You really want to know what I thought?
Yeah.
Shit, this is going to be a long night. But you know what? We dug through it. We did it against Zuniga. You know, Taylor can hit. He's fighting slick veterans, smaller guys, but they could slip punches. He caught me flush, and he's a big kid. I went down, but I showed the heart, and you know, once I got back up and got, you know, the cobwebs, I shook them off. I knew I was going to be in for a good night.
In the middle rounds, it was a boxing contest, which seemed to favor his style. Were your thoughts to get into the later rounds because you thought you would prevail then?
Yeah, you know, first of all, I throw a lot of punches around. And the later the fight went, the better I felt, you know. I throw a lot of punches around, I average a lot. But, you know, boxing-wise, I thought I boxed just as good as good, though, you know, throughout the middle rounds. I mean, jab for jab, I was right there with him, I thought. But great fighter, you know, strong as a mule. I beat the man. I'm just happy, go home, thank God, and be with my daughter and family.
You hit him a lot of punches in the early rounds. What was different about the 7th round?
I just think it was a total of accumulation of punches. You know, he could take a hell of a shot, which he showed during this fight, but I just think it was an accumulation of punches. You know, I hit him with a lot of flush shots that he took, and eventually I think it just caught up in the 7th round.
All right, we'll have you describe the beginning of the end and the end of the end as soon as we can run these pictures up. Tell us.
That right there was a straight right hand. It's been finding his mark all night. And right there, he kind of had his body turned with his chin straight, you know, right for my right hand to land. And I just followed right back up. That's one thing I do have good. I give myself compliment on is the finish and touch. You know, I always find a way to finish it.
Was it fair to say the difference in the fight is that you got up and he didn't?
Well, I got up because I didn't get hit as hard. But, you know, I just showed hard. And Jermain, hey, you know, that was just some brutal shots. If he could have got back up, I'm sure he would have.
Did you realize you were behind in the fight?
I did not know that. Was I?
Yes, you were.
I thought I was winning the fight. But you know what? That's something I got to go home and watch the film, and chances are I'll sit there and say I was losing some of the rounds.
Describe to us what your feelings are coming from Youngstown. So many fighters and champions before in that region, and now you're among them. And maybe you even owe some debt to that tradition.
You know what? I owe everything, not everything, but, you know, most of everything. First, I owe my daughter and the Lord Jesus himself. But my fans in Youngstown, you know, you had Harry Arroyo, Ray Boom Boom Mancini, which is in the house tonight, Jeff Lamkin, Greg Richardson. We're a small city, you know, 88,000, 90,000 people. Harry Arroyo, Ray Mancini, you know, everybody knows Ray. You come from a town with only 92,000 people, and you put those types of world champions out there. So if a guy like Ray who's world renowned over and over, it's great. It's an honor to have my name penned up there with these guys, and I just can't wait to go back and talk to them and share some championship stories with them now.
There is a rematch clause in the contract to be fought above the middleweight limit of 160 pounds. Do you want that fight? Do you think he'll want it?
I hope. I get to eat, so I like it. You know, I get to you know, eat some pasta and stuff. So, but we'll see what happens. Let everybody work that out. Hey, Larry, you guys know here at HBO how I am. I love to fight, and I never back down from a fight. And I'm just glad I got my shot now.
Thank you, and congratulations again, Kelly Pavlik.
Thank you for having me on HBO. I appreciate it a lot. Thank you, Bob Barron and Lou DiBella. And thank you, fans of Youngstown, Ohio. I love you, Sydney.
Jim.